And on Monday night, we begin Tisha B'Av. And it's very interesting how the Jewish way of looking at it was revolutionary at the time of the destruction of the Bayit Rishon and even the Bayit Sheni. Uh, the two temples, the Jewish view of it was totally revolutionary for that time period. In that time period, if you lost a war, it was because your gods were weak. That was basically the idea. That's why these peoples came and went, their religions came and went, because if the gods are weak, then obviously they're no good. The Jews took a totally different track. If you read the liturgy, if the Romans are mentioned or the Babylonians are mentioned, they're mentioned in passing. They're not the reason the temples of B'tei Mikdash were destroyed. Not according to the Rabbanim. The reason given is how we behaved one towards the other. And they always stressed it was not for sins of man against God. There was an attitude in the Bayit Rishon, the first temple, that if we do everything correctly, it didn't matter how we behaved. And as you know, that was not the way of the Torah. The way of the Torah is how you behave towards one another. It's the sins of man against man. We have all the famous stories that, in fact, the Gemara says the Bayit Rishon was destroyed because we followed the letter of the law. We did exactly what the law said. We did not follow the spirit of the law. And it's a very important distinction here. And that in the Jewish attitude, the reason the B'tei Mikdash, the temples were destroyed, was not because our God was weak, but because our God was strong. Our God said, if you can't do what I command you to do in how you behave one towards the other, then obviously there's something wrong with you and you have to be taught a lesson. So as we go from Monday night through Tuesday night and Tisha B'Av, we have to think about how we can improve ourselves, especially in our relationship one towards the other. Okay, so something to think about, Kaddish Rabbanim.